Hi, welcome to Cute Things by Rebecca. I am Rebecca, and today we are going to make a double zip applique accent bottom bag. I've had this bag for a while, but the directions were not up to standard, and I had some people want updated directions, and I agree with them because what I had in there was not good. I want you to have success with your bags and my projects. So if you ever run across something that doesn't quite add up or line up, please just reach out to me in a nice, kind way, and let me know what I can do to help you. I am always available for help. I will help you, walk you through it, give you tips and tricks. Anyways, I just want you to have success with my designs. So we're going to make this bag. These are the supplies you're going to need. I know I'm moving a little bit because there's my little stand doesn't go up this high, so bear with me. For this bag, I'm just going to use some tearaway stabilizer, and you're going to need some vinyl. I have a front, a back, and a middle piece for our zippers, and then 4 pieces of lining, and I'm going to do a tab. So I don't have dimensions because depending on the bag that you're going to make, you may need more or less than what I am using. But my standard is, if I'm making a 5x7 bag, I cut my pieces at 6.5 by 8.5 just to have enough room. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Just depends. I will show you how to use placement lines, which you need to do on this bag anyways, so you can get the center zipper section correct. So let's get started. The first step on the machine is a placement step. I will run that and I will show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, here are the placement lines for this project. Now you want to take your zippers and you want to line up the teeth with the center line of the center zipper placement. So I'm going to be lining up my teeth right there. I'm going to secure it with tape. The next step on the machine will tack this zipper down. I will be back and we'll do the next zipper. I know you can't really see it, but it is tacked down. So do the same thing for the second zipper. I will run that right now. I'll be right back. Okay, so our zippers are tacked on. I'm just going to remove this tape that I use. So now what you want to do is you want to turn it over to the back side of your project here. You want to grab a piece of lining, and you're going to want your lining face down. You want your pretty side down, and you want to line it up down here at the zipper line, the bottom zipper line, and you want your lining towards the top of your project, because what's going to happen next is the line is going to be stitched, and then after that we will flip it down. So what you want to do now is we're going to work on the front and the back at the same time. So now that your lining is there, secure it with tape, because you know how it goes. Everything falls if you don't secure it on the back side. So now just flip it over to the front and grab your front bottom piece of vinyl and just butt it up to the zipper there. I'll run the next step, which is, like I said, is just a line right there. I'm going to do that right now. I will be right back. Okay, so this is secured on and your lining is secured on. The next step on the machine is going to just secure the vinyl down. I'm going to go ahead and run that now. Leave your lining pulled up out of the way. We pull this down after we do the applique on this bag, because this has a little accent down here. So I'm going to run that next step. I will be right back. Okay, so that is secured on, and this step is a very light step. It's just going to hold your front piece of vinyl to your stabilizer and stuff in case you wanted to add your own design. This bag design does not have designs on it, but may in the future. So if you wanted to add your own design, do that now, and that step will help it from shifting. So the next step on the machine is a placement step for your accent piece. So go ahead and run that now, and I will be right back. Okay, so your placement line is ran, and at the beginning, as when I was talking about supplies, I forgot to mention your little accent piece. So go ahead and cut yourself an accent piece. In this case, it looks like it's about 2 inches, so 2 by, I have what, 7 or 8. So the next step on the machine is just going to be a line. For this accent piece, you want to take it, you can do it this way and just lay it flat and do like a raw edge, but I'm going to do it where I take my vinyl and place it pretty side down just past this line here on the top, because the next stitch is just gonna stitch a line and then we'll fold that over. So that's what I'm going to do. You can do it either way. Okay, so that line was made. Now what you want to do, if you did what I did, is just pull your vinyl over and finger press it. The next step on the machine is going to run just around here to tack this on. So it's not going up here, it's just going down here to hold it in place. I will be right back. Okay, so that's tacked on now. The next step after this is going to just run a line here. It's like a top stitch. So go ahead and run that. I'm going to do that now. I'll be right back. Okay, now all that fun stuff on the front is done. Go ahead and pull your lining down that we had pulled up. Just go ahead and pull it down and tape it out of the way. Now we're going to be working again on the back and the front at the same time. So now what you want to do is you want to grab 2 pieces of your lining, and you want to make sure that when they're long enough so that when we pull them down, they come all the way down, so you have enough lining for your project. So I'm going to take my short piece of lining here. That piece isn't going to work. Make sure your pieces are big enough. I'll have to cut another piece of this out. I didn't measure anything. I was just going. Okay, so you want your lining, both pieces, pretty side down, and you want to line them. You want to put them in between the zipper space. You want them to overlap just a little bit. So you want your bottom piece down at the bottom of your project, and your top piece you want at the top of your project. So it's gonna be like this, and that's how you want that to be. So secure that with tape real good so it doesn't mess up on you, because the next step on the machine is going to do that little section in between the zippers. Now for each bag, this section has its own measurement. I think it's an inch. So on here I'm going to show you how to measure up. You just take your measurement, and from your teeth just measure the inside of that. So we have little, what is it? 1, 2, I don't know what that is right there. It's 5/8. So just measure, and it depends on if your zipper like shifted or it's up higher or lower. You're gonna want to measure this section here. So obviously this one I didn't put in the right place, and you can see that, but I'm okay. This is all going to turn out just fine. I just need to cut my center piece that big. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and then we'll put that in between. Okay, so I measured and cut my piece that goes in between the two zippers, and they're just butt right up to the zippers there. Go ahead and run that next step. It's going to secure this piece, the lining pieces, everything together. Okay, so that is secured on now, and this is the back. I had overlapped my fabrics too much, so you just want to slice it. So go ahead and do that. Pull your lining down. All the lining should be folded down now. And then the next step on the machine is for tabs. If you want tabs, I accidentally ran that because I forgot what I was doing for a second. I was just going to keep making. I'm like, oh, I got to make a video. The placement step for the tab is here, but you can put your tab anywhere you like. It's just for reference so you don't forget to use them if you want them. I'm actually going to use that space for my tab. So grab your tab and just make sure when you put your tab down you want the raw edges on the outside of the project and your loop on the inside. I'm going to secure that with tape. The next step on the machine is going to secure that down. I will do that now because it's in the steps. But normally I would just take it in my back piece and do it all together at once, but I'm going to show you how the files are written. I will be right back. So I went ahead and ran that tack down for that tab right there. We are almost done. The next two steps on the machine are for tabs up top. If you want to use them, I'm going to skip that because I put them here. Open your zippers before you run the whole outline, which is coming up here real soon. So make sure everything is pulled down and secure in the back. I'm going to tape that just for fun. On the front side, take your back vinyl and lay it pretty side down so the right sides are together over the entire project and run that step. It's going to go all the way around, so make sure your zippers are open. Okay, so it ran the outline. It did not do the top part because I didn't want, when I made this design, it to be going over the zipper 100 times. But I don't know if it would have mattered or not, but this is an older file, so I've learned a lot since this one. So but I don't feel it's enough to change because it doesn't affect the way the bag is at the end. So now grab your last lining piece. You can clean up your zipper if you want. I kind of like to tear a hole in it just so I know it's easier to open when I'm turning it. Take your last lining piece and place it over the entire design, pretty side down. Secure it with tape, and this is going to run the design from, it's going to leave an opening, and it's going to run all the way around and leave an opening so we can turn. I will be right back. Okay, it's all done. So now what you want to do is just remove from your hoop, clean up your stabilizer. I'm going to do that now, and I'll show you where for the opening down here, I'll show you how I cut that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I trimmed it all around. My corners, I'm going to just get close on the corners. Depending on what kind of vinyl you used, you might want to warm it up so you can turn it through here. But what you do is just turn through that opening. It might take me a minute. And I won't bore you with my turning process. But the vinyl I use is pretty flexible, so I shouldn't have a problem. But just want to turn through the opening. I'll finish that up in just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I turned it through the opening. Now I'm going to go ahead and seal the ends. So you just take your little ends and tuck them in, and you can take this to the sewing machine and sew it if you like, but there's quite a bit of layers of vinyl right there. I'm going to go ahead and use Stitch Witchery and seal it up. I forget what else it's called, but it's like tape and you melt it in there and it seals it up real good. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to clean up this zipper area, and then we're going to turn through that, and then we'll be all done. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I turned through that top zipper. I just removed my stabilizer and turned it through there. Now you will have to remove stabilizer for the second zipper. That's why I used tearaway. So I just popped it open, and I still got little pieces, but there's your other pocket, and it's all nice and sealed. Everything's nice. Just clean up your stabilizer around your zipper areas. You'll have a cute little double zipper bag with a little accent bottom. This bag is wild. It's cute. My friend, she gave me this vinyl. I just love it. There you have it. Cute little bag. Thanks for watching.